Hello, I'm Lila Allen, and I am a happiness practitioner. One of the things that brings me great joy is writing, and so I have created a fantasy world. In this alternate Earth, there is a place called Ireland, which is ruled by a queen. Naturally, there are people who expect they can do a better job of ruling, who want to make Ireland a better place according to their faith and their needs. They storm the castle and take the throne. But once they put the crown upon their head, she or he or it becomes the next queen. Literally. Personal preference and past connections are forgotten, and the new female ruler is compelled to do what is best for the land and for the people. Things obviously don't work that way in America. Every human being, including the elected officials, business heads, philosophers, spiritual leaders, everyone has free will and a variety of opinions and beliefs. So when Donald Trump swore himself into the office of the President of the United States, he did not magically transform into the best being or gender for the job. But what he did become is the elected official, chosen through the system that is in place, a system based upon the opinions and choices of each and every citizen of the country. It may not be the best system, but since we don't have a magic crown, it is the system we're working with. Our job now is to accept the choice, and while we work to create a better system, work with the president we have. Even if he is the first person in the Oval Office to have a less than sterling character. Oh wait, he's not. Philandering, bias, looking out for their own interests, prejudice, misogyny. We, the people, have seen it all. And setting aside sexual misconduct, presumed or known, what about the policies, the intentions and actions for or against a specific race, class, gender, or faith? These issues didn't just spring up over the latest election night. Despite the documents which clearly state the purpose of our government and the reason for the founding of this country, the current system does not treat all men and women as equal, nor does it afford us equal, self-evident chances to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. And since the system is made up of people, that means we as the people are not treating each other as equal. Maybe this is because we're not treating ourselves as deserving of equality. We've been hiding ourselves, desperately attempting to fit in, to either mold ourselves or show the mask of social correctness, find the pack that will ensure the survival of our beliefs. Or, if that doesn't work, trying to change the pack to fit our beliefs, our needs, throw a tantrum, lash out, bully our neighbors. And now, we have in office a man who is, or so I've heard, I've never actually read one of his books or watched a speech or met him. A man who is a bully, a braggart, an opinionated, self-righteous, misogynistic businessman, an ugly American. It appears he's not hiding anything. We know of his actions and attitudes toward women, toward immigrants and aliens, though I'm not sure about aliens. We know his attitudes towards race and class and business, towards celebrities and popular culture. We know that because of his election, more people are showing themselves. White supremacists, religious fanatics, military extremists, feminism, black rights, gay rights, human rights, activists for and against any number of beliefs and opinions. We know that the emperor has no clothes, and he isn't trying to tell us that he does, and so people feel it's okay to strip off their own costumes. And I think that's great. I think it's time to be able to be ourselves, to stand up for our beliefs, to express the truth in our hearts. That is freedom. Not to inflict my belief on someone else, but definitely to be able to stand on the street corner and express with words my opinion, no matter what it is. To each express and celebrate ourselves and our beliefs without fear of violence or oppression. That is freedom. Even if those beliefs are that the Native Americans make better New York cops than Irish Americans because of the horses. Or that African American men are the only ones allowed to sing the bass line in the Alleluia chorus. It's a gospel thing. Or that homosexual Americans have better math skills than heterosexual Americans. And I have no basis for that one. I don't expect you to believe all rulers should be queen. But what I'm asking, what I'm practicing, is honoring and respecting the opinions of my fellow Americans, whether or not I agree with them, and allowing the country to continue its growth. Maybe Donald Trump is the best representative for the country right now. This ugly American, this brash, inarticulate businessman who wants to make America great again. This being whose existence is bringing out the worst and the best in us. Who knows what we really need, except for the system to change. To allow us all to live, not similar lives, not cookie-cutter versions of a single belief system, but equally. Each and every one of us secure in our truths and our beliefs. Lion and wolf and gazelle and eagle and dinosaur. Yellow and red and black and white and brown. Pine, juniper, willow, oak, and palm tree. Side by side. Honoring the fact that as people, we are all equal and all allowed our opinions. And maybe his wall is a good thing. But let's not stop at Mexico. Let's build one up by Canada too. Let's enclose ourselves in a cocoon so we can finish this transformation cycle, so we can work it out amongst ourselves. We, the people who have chosen to stay here in the United States of America. We can argue and prophesy, protest and express, learn, conquer our fears, find ourselves. And we can emerge a more civilized people who truly carry out the mandates on which the country was founded. One nation, not two parties and an unheard majority. Under God, no belief or title designated. Indivisible, unless we're talking sporting events, with liberty and justice and equality for all. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my opinion. And I hope you have a great day.